it's Larry again, and this is a new episode of Play with Larry. It's been a long time, but I'm going to try to make it work a little bit better this time, be a little bit more consistent, a lot of inspiration, and a totally new format. So I really hope you enjoy the new and improved Play with Larry. This first segment is all about our weekly topic. This week the topic is people. Kind of a broad topic, but I have two specific people I want to talk about. So we're going to jump into the first one, and that is people who are just so thirsty, okay? They're just so thirsty that you just get ran low from all their antics, all their craziness. It's just too much. So the first one is kind of the most common one that personally I encounter. And there's just people that are thirsty for attention, period. Everybody's eyes just gravitate toward that one person in the room when they walk through the door. Not because they're so gorgeous, not because they're so interesting, so great, so amazing. Because they're so loud. They walk in and make sure everybody's eyes come to them. You come in, no. So thirsty that when you're drinking something, they'll take your drink and splash it on their face. Make themselves look a complete fool just so the eyes go to them. Don't be that person. Don't be thirsty number 2 either, okay? This person is thirsty for that drama. Notice that problems follow them everywhere they go. It isn't ever their fault if you let them tell the story. But, so those are the two thirsty people I just cannot handle. But the other type of person is people who are always extra. Just extra, extra. I don't want to read all about it. So, if you're not quite up to date with this kind of terminology, I'm very sorry. But someone who's extra just means they're doing the most all the time for no reason. Like, they'll just start making a scene over absolutely nothing. Be crying, bawling their face off, acting a mess for no reason. When you go out to a restaurant or you go to the supermarket, this person just be acting a mess to the workers there. Sitting at your nice restaurant, have your nice place setting. This fool will see a speck of dust on the table. Nobody else notices, nobody else cares of this little speck of dust on the table. Oh my god, oh my god. I cannot eat here. I cannot eat here, y'all. This place is filthy. Filthy. This table is filthy. I need to get moved. You know what? I don't even want to eat at this restaurant anymore. This place is gross. I will never be coming back here again. Nobody else is even concerned about that little speck of dust except for you, honey. So please, if you're watching this segment and you are ashamed of yourself, you probably should be. Stop being extra. Please stop being extra. And even worse, please, please, please stop being so thirsty, okay? This next section is kind of my weekly advice portion of the show. And this week it kind of really pertains to those of you who live in Colorado. My advice, watch your surroundings, watch what you're doing, and pay attention. So, it's been snowing a lot here, as you can look outside and see right now. And the weather is cold. And someone at my school last week got hit by a tree that was broken because of the snow. Now, while I do feel a little bad for her, I had to stop and think, what? How? What? Tree lets you know it's coming down before it hits you on the head, okay? So, you feel that breeze, look up. You hear cracking in the branches above you. Look up and see, okay? And when you see this massive tree falling at you, run, move, get out the way. Let's use common sense, people. Finally, the final segment is pop culture updates for the week. So I'm going to start off with just things that maybe you'd like to know, update you on things happening in pop culture, let you know some new music, movies, maybe you'd like to check them out because everybody else on the nation is. First off, box office hits from last week. Coming in at number 1 was the animated feature of Puss in Boots. Number 2 was Paranormal Activity 3. And then number 3 was the Justin Timberlake starring In Time. Movies that are coming out this upcoming weekend, if you feel like hitting the cinemas. It's a very laughter-filled weekend. First off, we have a very Harold and Kumar Christmas in 3D, as all of their commercials have stated to us. And then the new Eddie Murphy flick, Tower Heist. So, 2 comedies coming out this weekend. As for movies being released onto DVD this past Tuesday, we have quite a few, but the top DVDs being released were Trespass with Nicolas Cage. We had Water for Elephants, Robert Pattinson Jr. and Reese Witherspoon. Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. And finally, Cars 2, the animated Pixar film featuring Owen Wilson. As for music, yesterday the new releases included the new Susan Boyle album, Justin Bieber's Christmas CD, for all you believers out there, and the new Miranda Lambert album for any of you that like country. And speaking of music, I have the top 5 from the Billboard Top 200 and the Billboard Top 100. So they have Coldplay taking over the #1 spot on the Top 200 with their new album, selling over 400,000 copies in its first week. Well done, Coldplay. Really like the new song Paradise, by the way. Kelly Clarkson comes in at #2 with her 5th studio album. We have Michael Bublé's Christmas album coming in at #3. Adele has been dominating the charts all year long in the albums category. She slips from 1 to 4 this week, but still really strong. And once again, for country fans, we have Toby Keith sliding in at #5. As for the singles chart, We Found Love by Rihanna slides up to #1, and that makes it her 11th #1 single. Pretty impressive feat by Rihanna there. #2 is Adele once again with Someone Like You falling out of that top spot. Sexy and I Know It climbs up to #3. Then we have Moves Like Jagger, a former #1 at #4, and Pumped Up Kicks remains in the top 5. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoy the new format of the show. We're going to keep it going. Every Wednesday I'm going to try to post a new video. Please subscribe, watch, rate, comment with suggestions. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to add my Twitter account down there. And until next week, deuces!